Today I want to talk to you about assumptions and what we need to do with them. Okay, the first thing we need to do with assumptions is to throw them out. Here's why. What happens when we have interactions with people and we're thinking about particularly listening to people? We go into the conversation thinking we know the answer. We make assumptions. And you know what they say about assumptions, don't you? Assumptions are really a clear way not to make someone feel heard. So the other day I was at a speaking event, and somebody in the audience mentioned that whenever someone would come into their office, they would immediately think they knew exactly what the end was going to be, what the person was going to say, what the real problem was. And then they'd be very excited and kind of pat themselves in the back. And then that person would leave their office, and then they'd come back later and they'd find out they never got to the crux of the matter because they never went beneath the surface. And they always leaned on their own assumptions. So what's the number one thing you want to do in order to rid yourself of assumptions? It's to take yourself out of the picture. Assumptions is a byproduct of us being self-consumed about what it is we think, what it is we want, how we see the end game going. But if we remove ourselves from the picture, now that's what we're talking. Now we are really seeing and really hearing and really listening to the person who's in front of us. Now we're building relationships and we're solving for the real issues, not the assumed issues. So if you don't want people to be thinking about what assumptions usually means, which is making an assumption out of you, make sure that you remove yourself from the picture. In fact, insert their filter. Remove what your perception is and think about their perception. Take yourself out. Don't be self-consumed. Focus on them. And when you do, you will leave that person, those people, feeling heard, valued, and understood. Thank you. Be well.